This is Dutch Creek Trails. Just 30 minutes south of Grandfather Mountain, there's an empty saddle calling your name. When we first arrived at the property, we were in awe. Arrays of flowers and bushes surrounded by birds and antiques. Straight ahead was a blue house where we met the owner of Dutch Creek Trails.
Hi, I'm Bianca Bortoluzzi and I am the producer and today's interviewer for the Appalachian Front, and I am here with, please introduce yourself.
I'm Keith Ward, owner of Dutch Creek Trails. My earliest childhood memories was I wanted to be a cowboy. And, I grew up on Louis L'Amour Westerns and all the Westerns on TV, and I learned how to play a guitar because I wanted to be a cowboy, and when I was a little bitty boy, all the cowboys on TV play guitar, so I thought I had to learn how to play a guitar. I haven't admitted that up until recent years.
And Dutch Creek Trails is an area where someone can come and ride your horses, correct?
Yeah, we do guided trail rides here.
Cool, and how long have you been doing that for now?
Since about 8 o'clock this morning.
How long in general?
I started the business in 2002.
And who would you say, out of all the horses, are the best with the customers?
Oh gosh. Horses are just like people. They've all got a personality. My favorite horse to ride out there is a horse named Grady.
Oh, yes. Grady's a beautiful horse.
And 99 people out of 100 will come back that's rode Grady and tell me what a great horse Grady is. And 5 of them will come back and tell me what a knothead Grady is. So they're all good with the customers, but horses, they have different moods on different days, you know. There's 18 horses here, 2 of them are retired, and 1 of them is a new horse that we haven't got into the program yet, so we've got 15 horses in the program here right now.
When you say retired, exactly, what do you mean?
Well, the best, for instance, I've got is old dude out there. I've had him since he was 2 years old, and he's 28 now. And he's actually been retired since he was 18 because he had some leg problems, and I took him off I just was riding him one Sunday afternoon with my wife and a couple of our friends, and he got to having trouble going down a hill. And I got off of him and led him to the house. And all of a sudden it occurred to me I'll never ride him again. And that was a sad walk to the house, but he's lived happy on the pasture field behind the house ever since.
Who primarily takes customers out on the trails and whatnot?
I used to all the time, but I haven't been on the trails in a couple of years now. I work in the office most of the time now.
Big boss now.
Yeah. And my son and his fiance, and I've got a couple other guys, Jonah and Alex, out there.
Cool. How much does go into taking care of the horses anyways?
Well, there's a lot of work into it. We'll start first thing in the morning, gather them all in and feed them and brush them down and clean them up good, get their saddles and everything on them. Then at the end of the day, before they go get their feed, we'll unsaddle them and take them down to the water hose and give them a good bath and everything, and then turn them out. Our rides go out at 10, 12, 2, and 4, and it takes a couple hours to get ready for the first ride.
After speaking with Keith, we learned a lot about Dutch Creek Trails. So we figured it was time to meet the horses by tractor. We were given the opportunity to meet all 4 trail guides. This gave us an even more of an understanding of how Dutch Creek Trails works.
I'm Amanda, and I've been here for about 2 years.
And I'm Travis. This is my family's business. I've done this on and off for 18 years.
I'm Jonah. I'm a little cousin, and I've been doing this for about 2 years. My name's Alex. I've been here for about 1.5 years, but it feels like about 10 years. My horse's name is Cinch, and we ride Western saddles out here.
Mine's Dusty, and I ride Western.
Firewater is mine, and Western is what we ride.
I got Big Bo there, man. We ride Western. 8 per ride. We do 4 rides a day, 6 days a week.
Jonah and I do a lot of trail rides. We're out there most days.
Is there another location for Dutch Creek Trails?
My great-grandmother passed away about 4 or 5 years ago, and we still got her land in our family. But we're actually going to try to open up a second location about 10 miles from here towards Tennessee on 321.
Well, I've always loved horses. They've all got their own personality, and they've got a lot in common with people. So getting to know each horse and being able to come a long way with a horse that never used to do anything at all, it's just very rewarding.
We're in the top 10% of tourist attractions worldwide, and we're the best.
Dutch Creek Trails is the perfect place to get an escape and free your mind all on horseback. This is Hebron Rock Colony, home to the nature lovers and hikers of the high country. Found inside of Julian Price Park, this 5-mile round hike takes you all across the Boone Fork Trail. Though Hebron Rock Colony is not only for hikers. Beavers, an animal that hasn't formed a habitat here since 1893, have made their return. Unfortunately, seeing a beaver is quite the task, but finding where they've been is not. The enormous cascading waterfalls of the Hebron Rock Colony allow for only those who have the power to trudge over these rocks. Stay on the path and get just the same amazing sight, maybe even more. You can find the start of this trail in Price Park. Who knows? It might become your new favorite spot. Welcome to Moses Cone Manor. A short 7-minute drive from Hebron Park. When here, expect to find a trail around Price Lake, an apple orchard, and an enormous white manor. Price Lake, a home to boaters, fishers, hikers, and campers. Named after Julian Price, this 47-acre lake can be seen from the manor itself, but the trail remains covered. This trail leads you towards the apple barn. In the early 1900s, Moses Cone had this apple barn built. Over 100 years later, these apples are now toxic due to the amount of pesticides absorbed into the ground. Seeing the lake up close seems impossible to beat, but seeing the whole park from the top of a manor may not have much competition. Come explore the Appalachian Front.